Welcome to Medina Lake RV Campground, Thousand Trails. Just gonna give you a quick tour, or maybe not so quick, depending on what you consider quick. But I will narrate a little bit of this and fast forward through a lot of it, so you're not spending too much time going through it. This is the main road coming in. We just passed site R, I believe it is, and we're just heading past all the way down to the end to my site, which is in section F, and I'm in the last row of section F. So right close to the lake, and if you know or you don't know, Medina Lake is only 4% full. So what we have is a dry lake where Thousand Trails is. So it is definitely not a lake anymore, as per se. It's almost dried up. So take that as you will. The roads here are wet. I believe this is just after the main weather event for 2026 in Texas. San Antonio didn't get the heavy snow. They did get some rain, some freezing rain. Down here in Medina, it wasn't too bad. It was cold. I think we had a night of -9. -9 Celsius, so it's about 21, 22 Fahrenheit. As you pass the famous tree in the road, or in the middle of the road, that's kind of the landmark heading down here. So it is a pretty big park, lots of space, and we'll go through a little bit more. So I'll just fast forward to the end here, and we'll touch base when we get there. Okay, so welcome to the trails of Medina Lake on the site of Thousand Trails. This is one of a couple that run through the park. One on this side of the park, one on the other side of the park. I believe this is probably the longer one, as it does go all the way down the lake. And the other one's kind of up in section A and B, up in that area, section R. Sorry, not A and B. That would be section A, and section R. B is down by the lake. So yeah, so section A, section R is on top of the lake, or top of the campsite. So these trails are a little better. They look a little better than when I actually walked them. Maybe the weather that we had may have cleaned them up a bit, exposed them a bit more. So it does look a little more like it's been a little more well-defined. It didn't seem as well-defined in certain areas when I walked it, but definitely looks a little better now. There's a few branches off certain areas of the camp, or of the campsite. So yeah, it's just fun to explore here. I'm just riding my bike with my pup, so we're just checking it out, give you a quick video. Yeah, so let's see a little bit more of that as we fast forward through the rest of this. Okay, so we are coming up to the end of the trail here. As you can see ahead of us, section F, and then as we turn into the road here on the left is section B, and then way down at the end there is section on the left is section C, and then further down is section B. And we'll take a tour of section C here in a little bit. Okay, on to the facilities. As you can see, we got a pool here. It's a pretty big pool. It was too cold to actually check it out, but this time of year, or I guess during this time of coldness. And the hot tub, I did check it out. It seemed kind of lukewarm. I don't know if it actually gets hotter when it's running, bubbling, and stuff like that, if it increases in temperature or not, but I wasn't adventurous enough to check it out with the current weather. I didn't want it to be lukewarm and get out and not be able to get in and have it to be hot to justify the cool weather, which I would typically do in a Canadian winter, no problem, in a nice hot tub. But here I didn't want to test that out. So anyways, I'm not too sure what I'm doing here, but we're gonna go check out section A. That's the laundry facility there. Small little building. I think it's got 6 washers, 6 dryers when they're working. They're all there, and they use the old style app for CSC, but it's not the CSC app. It's a different app. So, but it's owned by CSC. For those that know. So that's what it is. So section. Not sure what I said section this was, but this is section A. We'll just do a quick peek through here. And all the roads up here in this section are pretty bad, as you can see here. Okay, so as you know, Thousand Trails has getaway cabins. If you don't have a trailer, or if you want to take a break from your trailer, these are them here. I think there might be a couple others in certain areas of the park, but these are the only ones I noticed for sure, and they're just across from the activity center, which is right which is right to the right as we come up through here. Okay, so on the left here, we're gonna hop on the sidewalk here and take a look at the activity center. We're not actually gonna go in. Inside's just a bunch of tables, some space. I think they have a TV in there. Great place for a rainy day for your children to hang out, or maybe a group of adults want to hang out, play some card games or whatever. I believe on the right there it might be pickleball. Someone can correct me on that, if that could be shuffleboard as well. But somebody wants to correct me on that, let me know in the comments. And on the left here we have a beach volleyball court as we kind of cruise around the back of it. Here we see what probably once was a beautiful basketball court. Looks a little dated, needs some work. The nets look pretty new though. little trail behind the activity center heading into the parking lots, which straight ahead of that is a mini golf course, which like I said, it's old. You can still play it though. It's still there. Clubs are available and stuff like that. So as we approach it here, you see a couple people out there enjoying themselves on this beautiful cloudy day. Okay, we're just gonna cut across the grass here. On the left there, you can see some frisbee golf. That's all they got is those two posts there, two whatever you call them in frisbee golf. On the right, you saw the playground with the child having a wonderful time, and then they got some horseshoe pits here on the right, not one but two. And this is the main road going back up to the main gate and to the upper area of the campsite. Okay, we're going to check out section C. I got it right this time. It's not section B. Section B is the closest to the lake-ish. Used to be lake. So yeah, we're just going to have a quick tour around here. These sites don't have any sewage, so it's just electrical and water. Okay, so out of section C, I just sped this up a little bit so we're not in this video too long. So we're about 2 times speed now. We're just heading to the one of the boat launches that are no longer in use, obviously. Heading on down here. Gonna probably watch ourselves for some whiplash. Looks like the camera got a little bit. And yeah, taking a view here, contemplating whether I'm going to go down a little further. And I need to turn around, so I decided to go down a little further so I could actually turn around. Yeah, that's what you see, though, that bush out there used to be the lake, and we're probably at the lake level right about now, or pretty close to it, as I attempt to turn around here. And yeah, I'll just kick my bike into high gear and power on up through this, back up to this boat launch. To the top of the hill, to the left here, you got probably the parking for your boat trailers back in the day. Here is used to be a dock. Used to be able to swish off of, fish off of, or just hang out at, but as you saw there's some cement pillars and supports. I think there's a little one on the left there as well. Used to be where that dock was. And yeah, just some parking on the right, and then we're heading up here to the, you'll see to the left, to the right now, would be the dog park. We're just going to take another view here of the lake, and the little playground on the right there, or the left. I'm going to squeeze in here. As you can see, there's no more lake, all bushes. Again, that's, would have been right up to the water line, pretty close. And straight ahead here is the dog park. So it's not very big. In between those trees would be the dog park. And that's what they give you for this whole space here. That's all you get for your dog. So good for small dogs. We never used it. I have a small dog, but okay, we're just going to check out the road to the laundry facility. As you can see, it's in pretty rough shape, like most of the roads on this campsite. So yeah, we're just going to cut over through the pool area here, a little sidewalk here on the right. On the right is the building for the lockers, for change rooms, showers, and then the pool on the right there. And that building ahead of us on the right is the laundry area. Alright, so we're heading back to the camp. Just kind of a final wrap up, I guess, from the video. Pros and cons, I guess. I guess the biggest pro here is the quiet. It's very quiet. Lots of space. Trees are good. If you have satellite, not so good maybe. And there's decent space between campsites. You're not crammed in, so it's pretty decent that way. As it was at campground, wasn't that full. There's probably more people on the top of the. Well, I wouldn't say that either because it was pretty empty in A, but yeah, there's kind of scattered out throughout the campsite. Yeah, it's the biggest pro is the quietness and the space and stuff like that. Some of the cons may be a con or maybe not be a con, but it is 40 minutes to an hour to San Antonio. So if you plan on doing lots of stuff there, that's a consideration. And I guess just how outdated the park is they haven't really put any money into the park at all. Perhaps spending money on fixing maintenance, I guess, that do come up, like broken water pipes from the freezing cold. I guess that's the other con too, is they didn't really have an emergency plan in place when something like that happened, because you had to have water running for hours before the plumber showed up. And when I inquired, they didn't know where the shutoff valve was. The plumber didn't know where the shutoff valve was, so I think he just did a wet fix for the plumbing issue. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I never did experience a water shutoff because it was in section F a couple times, and I think there's also one up in section R that I know of. So at least 3 busted pipes during the cold weather. I don't think anybody would have been put out if they had to shut off the water for a couple days because of the cold weather. Most trailers can hold water, so I don't think they really had a plan for that cold weather, which is kind of odd because it's probably not the first time they had cold weather in San Antonio. But anyways, it is what it is. That's on them. Didn't really affect my experience too much. They were short staff. I noticed there didn't seem to be a lot of staff around. I think there was a maintenance guy, and then the front desk person. That was about it. But anyways, overall, would I stay here again? Maybe not for 3 weeks. Unless I had planned to do a lot of stuff in San Antonio, I might stay longer. But I think maybe I just max out at a week if I did come out this area. But there's definitely better Thousand Trails out there to stay at. But if you're in the area, it's worth a look. But just keep in mind it is a dated campsite. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I will sign off now, and please like and subscribe this video. I'm just an amateur, and hopefully videos get better as I get used to doing this kind of stuff. All right. Ciao for now.